You know, most people are concerned when they see somebody crawling across the floor, but when people see me crawling across the floor, they're not concerned because I'm looking for scrap steel. Now, what am I going to use a piece of scrap steel for, you wonder? Well, I'll show you in just a second. Offcuts are pretty common inside the blacksmith shop or bladesmith shop. Everybody's got them. It's just that thing that nobody likes to talk about. It just hides on the floor. And this is my old ring, and it's pretty well scratched up and beat up. So I decided I wanted to make a new one. But out of steel, because steel lasts way longer, it's got better resistance, and so on. So we're going to use this offcut leaf spring to make a new ring. We're going to start by drilling a pilot hole right in the center. We are going to use 4 different size drill bits going up to almost an inch in diameter. We're going to use WD-40 as a lubricant while we drill. Stuff is pretty hard though, so I decided to throw it in the forge and just do a quick anneal. Get it nice and hot, let it sit, cool down, restart again. After I anneal it, I'm going to take the angle grinder. I'm just going to clean up the edges a little bit, try to kind of get that round shape going. Right now it just looks like a giant O-ring. It doesn't really look that impressive. After we got it basically cleaned up, we'll throw it on our 1x30 grinder and just start grinding away at it. Gonna try our best to keep everything symmetrical and clean. I threw this on a old round file and then put some 120 grit sandpaper on it. And running the ring across actually spins the ring at a very rapid speed, so you can actually clean the inside of the ring while grinding the outside of the ring. It's pretty cool. Now to get a better grinding finish on the inside of the ring, I'm going to take the same file and I'm going to put it in my drill press, wrap some 320 grit sandpaper around it, then put a little piece of duct tape on the top and bottom and make my own kind of like drum sander. If you're cheap like me, this works great. And y'all know me, I'm cheap. Just look at my equipment, I'm cheap. But it works. Now we're going to throw this ring on a 600 grit belt and get it continued polished. Now as you can see, I'm running this back and forth and it's literally just like taking off of my finger. It's pretty cool and funny in the same way. Then we're going to sand it with 800 grit sandpaper. I took it all the way up to 1000 grit on the belts, but I'm just going to use 800 grit sandpaper just because that's the highest I got. And it really doesn't have to be higher than that. We're going to gun blue this thing in just a moment. It's looking shiny. It's looking really, really nice. I'm liking it. Now this is the weird gun bluing stuff. I don't know what brand it is. I think it's something like Blueit. They're not sponsored, of course, but it's something I wanted to try just because it was extremely cheap. That comes back to haunt me again. But it's a powder that you mix in a gallon of water. This is 3 quarts, and I'm going to submerge it in here. And you have to do multiple cycles. First, you put in your piece of metal for 5 minutes, and you rinse it. And then you put it in for 10 minutes and you rinse it. And then you put it in for 15 minutes, then you rinse it. And then I leave it in for usually an hour and a half and then I rinse it. And just do that cycle. And you get a really nice blued finish. It takes way longer than your actual bluing solutions that you would buy for like gun bluing kits and stuff like that. But this does work. "30 minutes. We're going to wait here 30 minutes for this thing. I think this ring turned out really, really cool. What do you guys think? You think I should start making more jewelry on the channel, or is it just one of those things I should do every once in a while? Anyway, thanks for watching. You all have a great one.